to deal with Storm Spirit, not just Naga, and now gives him multiple forms of initiation, which I feel like you're playing
very much a misery thing. If you remember, again, going back to his time on EG, he used to always love to play Bounty Hunter himself, and then Crit would be on something more aggressive, like even say an Earth Spirit or a Tusk. And he loves to pioneer this dual strong support meta. Pilot Eye playing a lot of Undying, now on Clockwork. Same
Top
thing.
lane. Misery looks to be the spot of bother. There is Crit sending him down with the trees. Misery does survive a little longer with the south, but Crit will still find him. First blood for EG. Ace there trying to put the meta to ward them off and keep his Earth Spirit safe, but wasn't to be the case there. EG able to finish off that kill.
That Poison Sting just keeping him so slow. Tiny able to keep up with him. Yeah. Later on in the game, it can be effective. If you get a hook onto an isolated Naga pre-Manta, you will prevent the illusion and the split thanks to the battery, but pretty easy to just tank it. And as you said,
right away. As soon as the Magic Assault is attempted, Pi, he's got to run. He's got to live very low, 10 HP. He'll get away. The illusions, can they quite find him? They cannot. Pi will live, but you start to really see the struggles of what a support clock can do in that bottom lane. Top lane, EG. They're going to get Misery for a second time. Tried to get in and go aggressive onto Ramses. Ramses holds his ground, and the two of them are able to turn it around.
Yeah, GPK also doing great in the mid lane, already ahead of Chessie. It's the one lane that can get really out of hand for EG, but if you win the first couple of waves of the Storm, you're going to be just fine. A long career to know that might be needed, but unfortunately that youthful precision is lacking. So GPK survives.
Bit of a go onto Ramses. They've got to be careful each time they do this. Anytime you try and make an aggressive move onto the Venomancer, he's just going to turn and spew his poison right back at you.
You cannot escape the toxicity no matter what you do.
Absolutely not.
It's quite unfortunate, and this is why we see the hero banned to the first four quite often. EG very confident just to pick it up. This Veno is really dumb to play against.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah,
you just get near this, and as you see there, you think, oh, I'm going to get him. If you don't get him, he's going to turn and slow you for a million miles. Right?
Poison Sting's just not balanced. Look at his, he has Quelling Blade, Windlace, Boots, no stat items. He's hitting for less than 50 damage, but you have Poison Sting, and that's enough to just click somebody to death, especially if they don't have enough damage. And now the Arcane Rune being camped, it's likely going to go to GPK. No, they'll force it off.
Yeah, pop back. They do manage to get him right. The reaches up GPK. GPK turns with the Vortex, drags back. Pi, a few hits here with the Overload will do it. Pi's down, 4 kills now for EG. Top lane, aggressive move on to Ramses. This time Ramses is alone, so Misery and Ace will be able to find him with that meta. So finally, 5 men able to get themselves a kill on the board. Mid lane, wrap over towards Chessie, pull back from the Vortex into the Avalanche. They have the the toss forward. He's going to chase forward, but he'll get it.
Oh, part of the plan.
Oh Radiant's my goodness, EG, they're playing fast and furious so far. Crit.
Because typically if you go for more points, if you just go QW, you just spam on the TB, eventually force them out, but these wards aren't as effective as you would like under the circumstances.
They're going to come hunting for him here, Misery. Trying to find some sort of way of getting in onto Ramses, but proving difficult to do so. Now Crit's found the opportunity to get on top of Ace himself, goes in, GPK joins the move, and they'll take out Ace there. Ace just not having the backup required. Misery not quite close enough and couldn't do anything to help.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of this build on Chessie either. 3 points into his Q, going for lane domination, and okay, he'll dominate fire.
It's going to be a bit of backup though as Ramses steps in. Pilot Eye is going to dive in past the tier 1 to look to finish off Fly. Will get the kill, but now TP's coming in. Pi goes straight out with the TP, but Crit, he's in just in time with the Avalanche, cancels the TP, and Pi will die for that dive.
Has been killed.
Crit in Dota in terms of raw item or gold into damage. But when you have an Empower as well, you can hit this BKB third item timing and just straight up shred buildings. I think EG's team fight was better. They don't have that same RGB.
This ward here on the cliff, giving them straight up vision. Oh, he did not. He's going to be able to get the Sunder off, but still heavy amounts of magical damage coming out of Pi. He's in with the save, or at least trying to GPK's on the long run with the mana.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Comes out for Chessie. GPK in return, 1-for-1. Crit with a final toss up and the poison from Ramses. They'll kill a second. EG, they got what they came for. It does cost them GPK's life, but I think they're fine with this. They keep the pressure up. They take Ace out of the game for another 20 seconds.
Uncharacteristic mistake from Crit there. He missed his toss, but he got a creep instead of the Terror Blade. Thus, the Sunder was able to go off, but they still find that kill, but they lose GPK because of it. Top 3 networks all on the side of 5 men. A bit unexpected. Crit
hunting in the trees. He's already used the skewer to try and break away, but the toss back sends right into the hands of RTZ. He's going for this RPTP play, and it's not going to quite work there. As Pi tried to step forward, push them back to the cogs, but RTZ was already able to get the final right begin to kill off Zibe. They'll also get Pi as GPK comes storming in behind the tower. Push down a tier 2 tower.
It's just so much attack speed. It effectively just spawns a Beastmaster with max aura for the duration. And when you're a TB with an illusion army, that is pretty damn strong, especially when you add in the added damage from the Empower. Zibe just camping on this, and the mech is nice in this regard too, because he can actually sit on this tower and contest the pressure, whereas if he was trying to play with like a Blink or a Shadow Blade or something, it'd be a totally different game style.
Let's see, they can find here, coming into EG's jungle.
Radiant's bottom
5 men,
tower
GPK would be a dream
attack.
catch, but Crit, he jumps forward, gets the 3 of them in the avalanche, which he tries to tap with the silence, but GPK goes across, looks towards the kill, but Paradise is able to push him away with the cogs. The Sonic Wave comes out, they've taken out Crit, GPK still having a bit of a poke around, he's starting to fall on the man, it goes over towards Pi, Ramses and GPK all taking damage in the Magnet.
You have
Radiant's
better
middle
catch
tower
because you have
is
this
under
tiny
attack.
blink, and it's effectively just the supports from 5 men that can make plays.
Jesse blinked in on it. That's going to be an easy opportunity for Crit. He goes for it straight up. Jesse there, sort of tunnel visioning on the rune, not expecting EG to be waiting there for him. And
Radiant's
now Pi,
bottom tower
he's got
is
a little
under
bit too
attack.
close to the sun as well, trying to fight in. He's using a hook shot to keep himself safe. It's going to work. The curse here, holding back Ace on the high ground. Pi still goes down, but Zibe, he's able to skewer in, get the opportunity for the RP onto GPK. And the backlines crits him once more. Will be able to finish off Ace. Zibe goes for the TP out, will make it away.
Radiant's courier has
Still
been
everything going EG's way there as GPK, sure, he goes down, but already starting that fight off with being able to take out Jesse and turning into that Pi kill. And
Radiant's
Fly,
bottom
excellent
tower
control,
is under
no
attack.
hesitation, slamming the curse down on Ace. We'll deal with you later, and they certainly did.
Yeah, and check out the net worth. Even though Storm is 500 gold behind the Quap, GPK has an Orchid. He's had it for a little bit. Chessie's still away, a recipe
Radiant's
away,
top
and it's
tower
because he
is
just
under
bought so
attack.
much more buildup. Quap's dangerous in the sense that you want to make sure you're scaling effectively. When you go for the double,
Jesse's again. He's going to get continually bullied
Radiant's
here by
top
E.
tower is
Sonic
under
Wave
attack.
as well, thrown out.
Radiant structures
Maybe in a
are
bit of a
fortified.
frustration there. There's a Sonic Wave and a Sonic Baby Rage. That struggles there for 5 men starting to show.
this is where they start to get it's
Radiant's
the team
top
fight.
tower
You've got
has
the
fallen.
Naga song still. You saw the Wyvern ulti's effectiveness in the previous fight. You just have more tools as EG to prolong these engagements. And if you look at the 5-man lineup, you've got all these
Radiant's
cooldowns
top
to worry
tower
about. And
is under
ultimately, your
attack.
only catch is going to be Zibe with a skewer forwards RP, and then the clock hook, the rolling from the Earth Spirit as well. But you end up just finding yourself in the center of all this magic damage. There's a ward army already. GPK isn't really going to get locked down by Pylai. Nobody really cares about his hero at this point. And you're going to have some major damage issues.
Going to try and have a poke onto Ace. I mean, this time round, Ace. Now, he's not going to die to the burst of Crit alone. Just having a bit of fun with them, poking around. It almost certainly cost him his life as he's going to try and run away. Another Sonic, he's like, precarious position, but I say that Pi's there. Offering out the target. He's now GPK this trap, but he is able to get himself out of the cogs. Curse as well, just controlling this cliff area, making it hard for the rest of 5 men to get in. They turn over towards the clock. Jesse has a DD, throws out the dagger onto Fly. EG with the 4 of them, poking back at Jesse, blinks back up. Gets himself away. Misery will end up ticking out to the damage of Ramses. 2-4 for GPK, still got mana to chase down Jesse. Blinks it off for a couple of seconds. He's caught by him there. They're all LP. Zibe, he's trying to help, but Jesse's already dead. They get GPK, but now with the blast coming out onto Zibe, Arteezy could chase down the Magnus. A double kill for Arteezy. EG just continue to win these fights, and that's 3 times now.
Out of the map.
Yeah, and he's been getting away with it as well. You're only dying the 3 times so far. When you're
lane,
going for
really.
this sort of play style, 3 deaths at 21 minutes, you're very happy with that.
Radiant's middle tower
Level-wise,
is under
though.
attack.
5 men.
Crit. Gonna look for the jump in onto Zibe. Tossing him just over to the creeps. Ramsey is a little off the mark there with Gale. Gonna turn over towards Pi instead, though, is Pi. Taken down very easily here by EG. Starting to suffer quite a bit now. Pi's up to nearly onto the double digits of deaths. 2, 9, and 7. Classic Pylai die. No, this is sort of his style. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. This is the Pylai die we know and love.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Doesn't matter who his captain is, whether it's
Dire's
Eternal Envy,
bottom tower
Misery,
is under
Puppy,
attack.
Pylai die. It's going to play like Pylai die.
He still hears the voices of them. I'm always commanding in there. Mid lane, GPK's going to look to zip in, silent stop, screw across him, trying to look for Arteezy. Don't give the time, the cold embrace response from Fly puts the whole play to an end. Trying to run, surrounded by the Arteezy illusions as EG again just kill off well, there's the three big ones here. Zibe trying to run, fly, will find him.
Over here now.
One more, it'll do it. Maybe not, actually. He's living. The burn's back up, though. As there we have it, RTZ, he'll say that was my kill. Takes that one for the team. That's the 3 cores of 5 men going down there back to back.
You can see the trouble when
Radiant's
there's no
middle
get out of jail
tower
free
is
card.
under
EG
attack.
always has this Wyvern ulti as a rebuttal to the RP. So even though Zibe has a great initiate, it doesn't matter.
It's so off. It's almost an impossible Magnus game to be anything other than the Empower mech machine. RPs, there's so many ways.
Quap can't go in first, especially in a game like this with no method of cleansing off the Orchid. And TB is just not really strong enough either. He wants to just be right-clicking to deal mass damage, not poking. And you got Aegis now on the Storm with that Yules. He can cleanse off the Orchid if necessary.
No,
Going in.
Oh, no. Not again. Another death here for Pi. It's down bottom. Chessie, Misery. They've got to keep themselves a little hidden. Crit on the hunt. Just staying in the trees. Chessie knowing that his life will be on the line if he does show in that lane. He won't do so. Keeps himself hidden. EG just starting to take good control
Dire's
of the
bottom tower is under
low
attack.
parts of the map now. Wards
Radiant's
down,
top
sentries
tower
out.
is under attack.
Seems so that like the 5 sentries, 2 wards, 2 observers on 5 men's half of the map. Very hard for themselves to regain any sort of map control.
Radiant's
as
middle
EG
tower
just
is
pushing
under
in.
attack.
This is where the game gets so tough, because you've got 2 saves effectively as well. 3 if you count the Aegis on Storm. But as long as the Naga and the Wyvern are not caught in the same RP, they're always going to be able to use that buddy system, get each other out of trouble.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, for 5 men, I think what you're looking towards is just trying to hope that Ace can get the items to do something magnificent on the high ground defense. This Terrorblade's got to do something spectacular. For the other course for Chessie and Zibe, it's just very hard to get the job done against EG's lineup. Zibe caught out here by the toss back. Will look to secure away, but the Yules cancelled the skill. Just by time for other TPs to come in. Zibe pops the Greaves. He'll be safe.
Regeneration.
Won't lose the Magnus this time round. Just tanking up with that Greaves pop. To survive the attempt here from EG. EG already ready to go back in. Now look over towards Chessie here for a second time. The Orchid upon him. Is it enough? It is. GPK's able to burst him down. Turns over towards Zibe. Just GPK's played so aggressive. The curse for a fight. He's going to catch the 3 of them. Pylon died. Falling to his own teammates. GPK just back across over towards Misery. He's low on mana. Hospital as well. Crit with the control. Keeping Zibe close enough to this Storm as GPK is going to start bottling. He's looking over towards Ace. He's starting to tick down low. Ace does have a Sunder available. GPK finds Zibe in the trees. Zibe is going to live a little longer with that green. Onslaught still alive. Gets an RP off in time. Just Ramsey's down under the tower. We'll be able to kill off the Venno. Survive back from Misery, but GPK's mana's back up as he's in with the second line. Goes over towards Ace. Zips in on the Terrorblade. Ace is dead. Misery also going to die here for a second time this fight. As they just could not fight into this Aegis already. The struggles just fighting into EG alone. GPK's going to go for the TP out. Chessie's got nothing
Radiant's top
to
tower
put a
is
stop
under
to it.
attack.
So we'll also be able to save his life on the retreat. And EG now stepping up to a 12k lead. 34 to 13 at just 26 minutes.
This group is looking real scary. This is the EG that's shown up to play the
Oh, not again.
Oh, yeah, yes, again.
Again.
Oh, no.
He might live this time. Just kidding. I don't think anyone believed me when I said that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I love how Ramses has adjusted to this offlane role. One of the more selfish carry players that we've seen in the game.
Has been
proponent
killed.
of that no boots Midas
Radiant's
life
middle
stealer for a
tower
while,
is
but
under attack.
as a support player, or rather a 3, completely selfless.
Radiant's
trying to
middle
set up his
tower
squad
has
for
fallen.
success. This looks like a free rack.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Doesn't look like there's going to be any sign of 5 men responding to this. They've
Dire's
still got
bottom
the tier
tower
2s
is
up
under
on the
attack.
side lanes, so they can afford to let this one go without the worry of any further damage
Radiant's
being
middle
done to their
barracks
base.
has fallen.
So the time being used by
Dire's
5
bottom
men
tower
to
is under attack.
just try and continue to find farm on their cores on these side lanes. The tier 1 down bottom at least nearly getting pushed out, but as it were,
Dire's
actually just
bottom
low enough for
tower has
GPK
been
to take
denied.
even that away from them.
Invisibility.
Already at the soldier. He's got a bloodstone in. He'll make it by 30 almost. That's pretty impressive. consider he's also up against one of the harder lane counters in that QoP. You don't mind this at all if you're an EG supporter wondering whether GPK is the real deal. So far, so good.
Yeah.
And Chessie has the BKB up, sure, but 3-6-3, that's just not a game-winning score for Queen of Pain.
No, very hard, as we say, to come back in this sort of position. As Pilot dying somewhere, he's always dying and does again.
Finds really creative ways to die at that. Was he by the tier 3?
I think he was.
He'd love to be a part of something when this is all said and done. Chessie just gets netted, forced to BKB.
And RT's going to start not carrying it so bad. And he harassment that comes to GPK. He's going to step over towards Zibe, drags him back. BKB out from Zibe.
The rest of the team's not even here. They're just BKB like, guys, can you help? Somebody, there's 3, both supports are still in the mid lane. Misery TP's home for now.
And Misery's back. Radiant's and Ace need to make their way over there. I'm going to lose the second set of racks if they don't do something soon.
The pincer.
They're going to try and come in from the backside here. See what they can do. They kill on top of the fly. And they actually kill the Swiper before it does anything. That's right. Zero calling breaks until the Ace can't go for him. Ace turns over with Ramsey. Stewart forward.
Oh, what a
stop. RTZ putting the whole attempt to a stop. As long as ready.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Onto Ace, will control
Radiant's top
passing him
tower
back into the curve range.
Dyer's middle tower is
but the damage has already been done. 3 dead on 5 men.
Radiant's courier
They
has
haven't
been
got any
killed.
buybacks. That's enough for them right now. As 5 men will tap out. EG to take this game 1.